Hey guys, welcome back. All right, well, here's the new update for the house. We got the pool in, so I had to get rid of the other contractors, to be honest with you. They just weren't up to par that I wanted to. They decided they were going to try to put a cheap filter and stuff that on here. No, it didn't work out. So we got rid of those guys. They were kind of slow on the house too, trying to cut costs, cut corners. Didn't like that. So when we got our other crew in here, got a new pump and filter already in the house. Going to be installed here, the correct one. So that's going to be good. The other solar panels came in. Another 8 solar panels, each at 600 watts each. Water lines are in. The second septic is already in the ground here for the next 2 homes to be built. And that's right here. So that's in the ground now, all getting ready to be buried. The gravel put on it. Then we put the plastic over it. Then we put the gravel over it, so that way dirt doesn't come down. We want the gravel to make sure everything like leaches out. So it's a mess, but it's getting there. We did the vegetation kill, so pretty soon we'll burn all this and get this all under control so we can start building the other 2 places. Let's see what else. You guys, do me a favor, cover up that engine. Okay, so it doesn't get wet in the rain. And then take you for a walk around here. Got our wind turbine, that's got to go up, but I need to get another pole made. So, got a lot of work to do, man. Just a lot of work. And we have some more panels all the way here. We're slowly getting them up. We gotta get them lined up, but this whole thing will be full of panels all the way across. So it'll be a walk under. So and ta-da! We'll get the pump there for the house. 1 AC, 1 split air con there. Then another split con air there. The fence line and our property goes kind of like a L shape back here behind these other people's property, which is perfect because there's a stream down here. These steps we're getting. This will all be built up too. This will be pebbled steps, cemented pebble steps. We've already got the holes dug for the banana trees and everything where we want to plant everything. So that'll be after we put some more frog grass down. But down at the bottom in there, you can't really see it. There's a stream that runs through there. So we're getting ready to start building a rock wall for a waterfall, but it'll fill this cavern back up about 4 feet in the bottom, just in the stream bed itself, which will give me 4 to 5 feet deep water there, which is fresh water coming right off the mountain. So we'll have a swimming hole down here. There's actually fish in there, but it'll make it like 4 or 5 feet deep, which is beautiful. So we'll be able to go fishing and everything down there. Like I said, we're going to have steps going across, bamboo steps going across, because we own property on the other side of there too. This is all the sawdust from the wood that was used for building the house. This is not bamboo sawdust either. This is special wood that's the bugs don't like. So you won't see ants or nothing crawling on this stuff. It's really weird. In their little chicken coop for now for feeding the guys. Raising chickens while they're here. And yes, we got the 200-liter solar hot water here. I'll tell you, man, even in this corner here, we don't get sun until about, I don't know, 11:30. And holy shit, does this thing make some hot water. This is big enough for us. I mean, this is overkill, to be honest with you. Then the 2,000-liter tank, which basically is overkill for us too. But and what I like about these A-frames, you know, how we built this one is, it's you know, above ground, so you get a nice cool breeze underneath, and then you can store stuff underneath here, and also all your plumbing, and you run all your electrical and everything underneath the house. Really simple to get to, easy. You know, you can store a lot of stuff. Got the triple filter here. Right now, we're gonna have a carbon filter, a big carbon filter coming. We got that already, so it's got to be installed. Then our mango tree is producing some good sweet mangoes. We have to trim it because it was dropping landmine mangoes on the house all night. It's crazy. So, and here's the inside, still quite a mess. But that's our new crew. We got rid of the old crew because the new crew's better than the old crew. How's that? No, the old crew was a bunch of hacks. So with our new crew, these guys, they're like slamming this and doing everything the right way. You know, they're using the epoxy on these. It's a lot harder to sand it on the seams, but you don't get seam pop when you're using the epoxy. A lot of places you'll notice in the Philippines, you're looking at like hotels or small little rental places, all the seams are cracked. And it's because they don't do that. They just use the filler. And it's with the dampness here, you can't. You got to use epoxy and screen to keep them from popping. It's just the way it is. Everybody will tell you, no, you don't. Yes, you do here, because of the dampness. All there is to it. The humidity is so heavy that the board expands and contracts, especially if you got AC. So you got to do that. And here's our expert tilers. They're doing the bathroom. These guys are just kicking ass. I'm so happy to have my old crew back. I'll tell you, it was actually a nightmare with the other crew. It is something else. These guys come in here and they fixed every problem that the old crew had done. They're still fixing problems. So this is our this is going to be our washroom and my solar room. That's a 12K inverter, 12,000 kilowatt inverter. I got three 300 amp hour batteries. I got 2 more coming. There is no electricity here but solar. None. It's all solar. My big huge TV still boxed up in here. And then this is just the first floor. Said big huge 80-inch ceiling fan. Kitchen right here. It's a pretty long kitchen, to be honest with you, but that's good. And then a stove big enough to cook a turkey in. They're seaming all this up, fixing all the mistakes that those guys made. And you can see it, every screw hole. This will all be insulated too yet. This is just because this is the last room. I told them don't worry about this room. This is not necessary to jump into. But every hole, I did this. I spray foamed, waterproof, closed cell foam. Every screw hole from the outside, I did it on the inside here to waterproof to make sure nothing would leak through this place. So every hole, 748 screw holes were spray foamed all the way down to the bottom to make sure. And every screw was checked to make sure it had a seal on it, just because it's just, you know, it's an A-frame. So the roof is the ceiling and the roof is the wall, so I don't want it leaking. Now I'm gonna go upstairs. Sorry guys, I gotta kind of crawl under the support that they're working at. I hope they don't mind me walking up here. But like I said, they're fixing all the mistakes that this guy's made. It's been a lot, man. I mean, it's been a lot. They really hacked it up for a while there. Finally, I had enough. So I had to get rid of them all. So now we got 2 rooms up here instead of just one. And they're kicking ass here. This is the second. This is another bedroom up here. Beautiful. We're waiting for the windows and all that to come in. Of course, they said they'd be here Wednesday, so we called them to confirm yesterday. And now they're like, well, we're running behind and we're not quite sure. You know, they wanted their money, half their money up front, you know, from the window company. Now, yeah, sure, Wednesday. Now, boom. But welcome to the Philippines. Every promise is made and every promise broke. Okay? That's the way it is. So just deal with it, guys. But you can see how straight this ceiling is, man. These seams now are straight as an arrow. Before it was a nightmare. They had to take everything down and redo it all. These guys, they gutted the house again and redid everything. They're not even done. So then this is the outside balcony looking toward the road. All the family, all the kids are here right now because they want to go swimming, and there's a birthday party going on here. Yeah, you feel the breeze just kicking through here. Oh my God, you know, and it's 10 degrees cooler in this house compared to even outside. And with the shade of the tree, it just, yeah, this place turns into a vortex of air. You don't really even need AC. You don't even need AC in here, to be honest with you. Being an A-frame, it's all insulated against this wall here on the inside, so there's an air gap. So all the heat rises directly up to the roof vent. And the whole roof is a massive vent on the top. So that's perfect. So any hot air just goes. It's gone. So and here's another. Ouch! That hurt. So, and this is the look down at the property in the back where the river's at. So we got to clean a couple of these dead trees out so we have a good view of everything. But yeah, these guys are working their ass off to get this fixed. They're straightening all the stuff like this. You know, these guys, the old crew just come in here, threw this shit in here, covered it all up. They're fixing everything, making it right. You know, so, but you know how it goes. Here in the Philippines, sometimes you get some good guys, sometimes you get some bad guys. I knew I should have just stayed with the crew we had before. They were busy working, so I wanted to get this, you know, our house going. And now I wish I would have just waited because it's actually costing me more now, if you know what I mean. Because, you know, they got to go through, rip shit out. And then once they rip shit out, they can't fix. You can't use some of it again. So I got to buy more. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Life is what it is. You know, I should have known better. This is not my first rodeo building a house here. But, you know how they say, shit in one hand and wishing, you know, wishing one hand, shit in the other, see what fills up first. I shouldn't have been wishing because the shit hand filled up. People know about that saying. But these guys they're here shoveling all the shit now. Making it right. They got to skim coat the whole wall to make it right again. So it's a lot of work what they're doing. It is definitely a lot of work. But when we're done, this house will be a one-of-a-kind show house. A-frame. This is 1,000 square foot first floor. And then by the time you go to the triangle on the top, the A-top, it's about 600 on the top. So, I mean, the total, if you did it straight up, would have been 2,000 square feet. That's pretty good size. you know, there's enough room for 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in here, to be honest with you. But we're only putting 1 bathroom. We're putting 2 bedrooms upstairs, and we're leaving this wide open. I want this wide open out here, just because. We'll decide later what we're gonna do. But we have 2 more of these being built. This is a 20 by 50, so 20 feet wide by 50 feet long, and we're building 2 more out here, which are going to be 20 by 25, so 25 long by 20 wide only. Be 2 more. One for the family, basically for the girls, because we got 3 16-year-old girls living with us, so it's kind of a wild mess sometimes. So they get their own little place. Be no kitchen in that one, just a bathroom and bedrooms. Excuse me. And then the other one will be a guest home for rental. For Rose when I pass away, she can rent it out, have an income. So, and they'll be looking at the mountains up there. And since the ocean is over there, you can't see it with this phone, because this phone's just a cheapo. But you can see the ocean where I'm standing from. But once you do the A-frame on the 2nd floor, you'll have a beautiful ocean view on both A-frame homes and the beautiful mountain view. And they'll be right in front of the swimming pool. We got a waterfall on the swimming pool. And like I said, we are on the main road. So it's all cemented all the way down to the barangay, all the way up to the mountains. Couldn't ask for a better location. In this house, we have a line running here. This is not electrical. This is just our Wi-Fi. Our place, all these places run totally on solar. There is no Norelco or no electrical power here. It's all solar power, everything. Air cons, lights, everything. Pool pumps, all of it. And then we got our water, like I said. And that water filter right there, that blue, that's a charcoal water filter, basically for filtering blue water. What they call the blue water, the blue jugs, like them right there. So we're taking that, because that's not correct. We're going to put that in line with our water filters and our sterilizer. So basically we won't have to buy blue water anymore. So I am kind of using the stuff that they bought, reutilizing it for the correct usage now. So here we go. Rose wants to do the YouTube channel for our other site, for Rose in the Philippines. So I'm gonna hang this up then, guys. And thanks for watching. And I'll fill you in on some more goodies. Okay, bye.